Guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina, coming to you live for our Sunday night live stream show. Hopefully, y'all are excited for another great show. We've got a special one lined up for you here tonight. Going to be talking about nearshore and offshore fishing tips and tricks. You've tuned in to the Sunday night live stream fishing show at Hubbard's Marina. Captain Dylan Hubbard here, gonna bring you tons of fishing tips, tricks, and more. And you have a chance to win free 39-hour fishing trip. You have a chance to win 2 free 10-hour trips for 2 people. We're giving away over $720 in free fishing trips tonight. That's right. Lots of free fishing trips getting given away tonight during this live stream fishing show. So hopefully you guys are ready for another great show. Got a couple cool videos lined up for you. Plenty of great photos. We're going to be showing you what we've been catching, talking about this week's weather. We're going to be talking about a little bit of everything tonight, guys. Plus, we're always going to be answering your questions too. So stay tuned. We've got a great show lined up for y'all. And hopefully you are ready to enjoy another Sunday night show with us here at Hubbard's Marina. You can always tune in live to these live shows on our Sunday night 8:30 p.m. time slot. We do them on the Hubbard's Marina Facebook, Hubbard's Marina YouTube, and also the Captain Dylan Hubbard Facebook page. So hopefully you guys are ready for some awesome talking of fishing, and hopefully you guys have some questions lined up. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from in order to win those $720+ in free trips we're giving away tonight, guys. You do have to comment on this video at least one time, and you do have to stay tuned for the whole video. So comment where you're watching from and stay tuned. You have a chance to win a free 39-hour fishing trip or a 10-hour all day for 2 guests. So a lot of free fishing getting given away tonight during the live stream show. Lots of fishing tips, tricks, and more coming at you shortly. We always start up around 8:30 here, guys, so stay tuned. We got a few minutes here and we'll get rolling. Hopefully you guys have some good questions lined up because we're here to answer your questions too. Always a good time spending Sunday night with you guys. Don't forget to share this video stream with your friends and family on your Facebook timeline or in your favorite fishing club. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to comment where you're watching from and stay tuned. Again, you have to comment on the video to be eligible to win, and you have to stay tuned because when I call your name at some random time through this video, you have to shoot me a message to claim your free trip. If you're not tuned in, you won't win. So make sure you stay tuned to the live stream tonight. It's only an hour that you have to deal with me, and you could win over $720 in free fishing trips. Again, we're giving away a 39-hour fishing trip, a 10-hour all day for two different times. So stay tuned with me. Get some questions lined up, grab a drink, get some popcorn. We're gonna get rolling here very shortly. Just giving time for me to get this video straightened up here, and giving time for you to share it on your timeline, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends and family to tune in because you have a shot at winning tons of free fishing trip tonight. And the only way to do that is to stay tuned to the show and comment where you're watching from. Don't forget to like and share this video stream. And we're going to get rolling here very shortly. Always a good time spending Sunday night with you guys. We got a great show lined up for y'all. And lots of good fishing photos to talk about. And then we're going to talk about the fishing weather as well. So lots of stuff to talk about tonight, guys. Hopefully you are ready for a great show. I just got to get a few things here tightened up and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe to us on YouTube, comment where you're watching from, and stay tuned, guys. If you just pop in and comment and then leave the stream, you don't have that chance to win. So you have to stay tuned in order to win. Again, over $720 in free fishing trips getting given away tonight, guys. All you have to do is just hang in there and endure an hour of this fishing show. It's not that bad, trust me. I try to make it as fun as we can, and we always answer your fishing comments, questions, and concerns. Just got back from our National Marine Fisheries meeting last week. We have the FWC, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission meeting coming up next week, February 20th and 21st. So a lot of fisheries stuff to talk about. If you want to ask fishing regulation questions, we're here to answer those. We can answer your fishing questions on tips and tricks as well. But you have to stay tuned. Again, in order to win these free fishing trips, you have to comment at least one time and then stay tuned. You get a chance to win that 39-hour fishing trip or that 10-hour all day for two. We're giving away two 10-hour all days for two. We're giving away a 39-hour trip. We're giving away lots of free fishing, but you do have to comment and you do have to stay tuned. I'm about ready. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully y'all are ready too. We got 150 people tuned in here between Facebook and YouTube. I think we are ready to rock. Happy Sunday night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I thought I clicked the... There it is. Happy Sunday night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys are ready for a great show tonight. I know I am. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We haven't been here in a few weeks. I appreciate y'all's patience. We missed that 1 week of the 27th because of the National Marine Fisheries meeting over in Orange Beach, Alabama. Then last week was the Super Bowl. What a boring game that was. But luckily that's in the past. And this week we're back at it, guys. And I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Because we missed 2 weeks in a row, we're going to give away extra free fishing trips tonight. Again, we're going to give away a 39-hour fishing trip. We're going to give away a 10-hour all day for two guests, 2 different times. But you do have to stay tuned. In order to win, you have to comment on the video, and then you have to stay tuned. So bear with me, guys, and we're going to get rolling here very shortly. Now, who wants to see what we've been catching this week? Who wants to see all these crazy big hogfish that we've been catching this week? It has been crazy. So I got something special lined up for you. Check this out. This is one of the videos from the all-day trip this past Tuesday. The all-day trip this past Tuesday did very well on the hogfish. This is Christina Fernandez here. She caught a total of 5 keeper hogfish on that 10-hour all-day. Literally limited out on hogfish. She was doing so well, and you're going to see her secret weapon here as Smokey shows us this fish. That's that white naked ball jig she was using. That's a 1 ounce naked ball jig. She caught a total of 5 keeper hogfish on the 10-hour all day using that rig. So really, really great fishing this past week. The weather was just gorgeous. Flat, calm conditions. As you can see in this video, this was the 10-hour all-day Tuesday, but Thursday was another flat, calm, gorgeous day. The weather is perfect. The fish are just chewing like crazy. So a great time to get out in the water and catch these great eating hogfish. Hogfish bite all year round. We catch hogfish all year round, but we always seem to catch the most hogfish anytime from about October, November, all the way through like April, May. So that springtime, as you could say, is definitely our best time for hogfish. So we're catching a ton of hogfish right now, and it's a great time to get out in the water with us at Hubbard's Marina. The 5-hour half days catching hogfish, the 10-hour all days catching hogfish. It's a great time. The private charters, the Hub private charters are catching a bunch of hogfish. We're seeing mangrove snapper. We're seeing sheep's head. A lot of great eating fish being caught right now near shore. Offshore, we've got a lot more fish. You're going to see some photos from the 39-hour fishing trip here in just a second. You can see that box right there. This is a typical 10-hour all-day box right now. A lot of the gray snappers or white grunts, the porgies, a few black sea bass mixed in there, and then plenty of those hogfish. On Tuesday, we caught 18 keeper hogfish. On Thursday, we had 15 keeper hogfish. So crazy the amount of hogfish we're catching right now on these 10-hour all-day trips. It's really, really good fishing. This is Christina showing off her 5 keeper hogfish. That's a day's limit of hogfish she caught on a 10-hour all-day for only 90 bucks. She got out there and caught 5 keeper hogfish. So big shout out to Christina. That was quite the catch for sure. Another big hogfish from that 10-hour all day. The hogs have just been out of this world this week. A lot of hogfish on all the different trips. And then the sheep's head too. Sheep's head are actually spawning right now. So we're seeing a lot of sheep's head near shore. We're seeing a lot of sheep's head anywhere from about 30, 40 foot of water all the way out to about 70 foot of water. Those nearshore ledges and rock piles and even artificial reefs. These sheep's head, the big breeder sheep's head, are out there really, really schooled up, making it really, really easy to go out there and target a whole bunch of sheep's head. But they are out there spawning, so you don't want to hit them too hard or really and necessarily target them. We don't. We just catch them a lot when we're targeting those hogfish. You just come across these spawning aggregations, and it's kind of hard not to hook a few of them when they swim by there. But a lot of hogfish. This is a 5-hour half day. Nice big hogfish. It just has been one of the best weeks of hog fishing that I've seen in a long time. So definitely a great time to get out there and go get them. The next 2 days will be really, really good for that hog fishing. We're going to show you a little bit about the weather here in a second. Here's some of those mangrove snapper we've been catching. A lot of mangrove snapper recently too. I'm going to pause real quick and remind some of you guys that are just popping in now. We're up to 240 live viewers, and I want to make sure everybody knows in order to win that over $720 in free fishing trips that we're giving away tonight during the show, you do have to comment on the video, and then you do have to stay watching the video, because when we announce your name that you won, you got to shoot me a message and I'll send you that free trip. But if you don't stay tuned in, if you miss your name being called at a random time through the video, then you miss your chance at that free fishing trip. We're giving away a 39-hour fishing trip, a 10-hour all day for 2 guests, 2 different times. So make sure you stay tuned in and listen up, because you might win. Here's Captain Frank's trophy hogfish of the week. That was a true monster that he pulled in here and wanted to make sure that we shared it during the live stream show. That was a monster hog. They're definitely out there. Some nice mangrove snapper, hogfish. I mean, just a really good bite of fish this week. I just can't say it enough. It was an incredible fishing week here at Hubbard's Marina with perfect weather. I mean, just flat, calm conditions. Look at the size of this sheep's head that they caught today. I mean, one of the biggest sheep's head. This photo doesn't do it justice at all. Gene isn't holding it out very far. I mean, when it came in, it had to be like this big around. It was monstrous. The stomach on this thing. It had bigger front teeth than I do. It was crazy. It was definitely a really, really big hog, or a big sheep's head that came in on the half-day fishing trip today. Here's another photo of that same fish with the angler who caught it. Really, really big sheep's head. Again, not really holding it out here at all. It's just a monster sheep's head. Shout out to Dusty for a great photo of that fish. Just incredible. Big sheep's head came in on that half-day fishing trip. We've got our fiddler crabs back. We had a lot of fiddler crabs out there on that half-day fishing trip today. A lot of shrimp, and that's what really has been helping us catch a lot of these sheep's head and a lot of these hogfish as well. The fiddler crabs are finally starting to show back up now that the air temperatures are warming up a little bit. We're hoping to get another big push of fiddler crabs, so we'll have plenty as this next cold front comes at us. Another big sheep's head on the 5-hour half day today. Captain Joe really pulled in some really nice sheep's head, hogfish, even a mangrove snapper. But overall today, the bite was a little slow on those gray snapper, those white grunts, those Key West grunts that we catch a bunch of today. We didn't catch a bunch of those, only maybe close to 100 of those. But we had a lot of these big sheep's head, a lot of these big hogfish. So kind of made up for the little bit slower fishing on the smaller gray snapper, but definitely some good eating fish all the way around. Really cool day out in the water, to say the least, on that 5-hour half day and 10-hour all day recently at Hubbard's Marina. Now, I do want to show you a video. Captain Dave has been out there on the hub, and they've been catching a lot of nice fish on the hub too. So wanted to show you this video here real quick. How you doing, Captain Dave?
Good, how you doing?
Good, man. I wanted to talk to you real quick about some of those big hogfish and big mangrove snapper we've been seeing. How have you been doing out there on the hub?
Yeah, the bite's been hot. So once again, you know, the hogfish are coming up. Still using the shrimp, 3/0 lead, and our 3-ounce lead and 4/0 hooks, and they're coming up.
Yeah, it seems like those hogfish are getting thicker and thicker. It's a real good bite of hogfish. So what's your favorite bait for the hogfish?
Always shrimp.
Always shrimp?
Always shrimp.
You're not a fiddler crab guy?
No, you know, I haven't used a lot of fiddler crabs, and every time I do use fiddler crabs, you know, the sheep's head been coming up lately. We actually got into some of those today. But using the shrimp, you know, the mangoes will come up and the hogs will come up. But today we went out, we got some really nice hogfish today.
Very cool, very cool. Now we've been seeing a lot of big mangroves too, huh?
Yeah, they've been really big. As a matter of fact, some of the, even on the 5-hour trips that I've been taking, mangroves have been, you know, the size of mangroves that we normally see out in the middle grounds. They're really big and they're really thick right now. Cool, so big mangroves, lots of them, hogfish. Anything else you've been seeing lately? You know, the grays have been coming up also, but the hogs and the mango are so thick right now. That's kind of, you know, on these 5- and 8-hour trips, that's really what we've been kind of targeting. But along with the hogs, you know, when that stuff's coming up, we're still getting good keeper, red grouper. We're getting gags, you know, of course, got to release them. But, you know, your lanes, your beeliners, all that kind of stuff. So we're still getting a nice variety of fish. Very cool. Any tips or tricks for these guys this week? Well, I think stick to the shrimp. Knocker rigs are fine. The ball jigs are good. As far as the mangroves, I've been using the thread fins and just cutting them up in smaller pieces and sending those down, and the mangroves been all over. So cut thread fins or shrimp for the mangroves, hogfish mainly those shrimp on the knocker rig or the fish finder rig or the naked ball jig, huh? That is correct. Very cool. Thanks, Captain Dave. All right, see you next time. That pirate ship totally screwed up my video, but no hard feelings. That was too funny. As I'm filming, I'm like, really? Really? Too funny. But before we get to the 39-hour photos and showing you a little bit about the weather for this week, again, we're going to look at the 39-hour photos. We're going to look at the weather. Then we're going to start answering your questions. So make sure you have some fishing questions ready for us. We're going to answer those shortly. And again, just a reminder, if you're watching and you want to win over $720 in free fishing trips, we're giving away a 39-hour, 10-hour all day for 2 guests. In order to win that stuff, guys, you do have to comment on the video and you do have to stay tuned. So stay tuned, hang in there. We only go until 9:30. I'm not going to keep you too long, guys. So hang in there. We're going to give away a lot of free fishing trips tonight, guys. So going to be worth it. Here is our new Bull Bay rods. We've got our larger setup now. This dark green one over here is a heavy grouper stick. It is a seriously heavy duty
extra fast, 50 to 100 pound, nice big grouper rod. This is new to us. This is one that Bull Bay just built for us. Super heavy duty, aluminum coated reel seat, dark green wrap. And then we've got our red snapper, red grouper rod. This one's a 30 to 80, nice heavy duty red snapper, red grouper, kind of an all-around fishing stick. And then we've got our mangrove snapper rod here, the red wrapped conventional, nice 20 to 40, super high quality rods and reels. These are all the custom Bull Bay Hubbard's Marina rods. You got your Bull Bay coated reel seats. You've got a crisscross grip, the nice, really cool grip to it. You're not gonna lose any grip when you're catching a big old fish. The first guide is turned upside down for a nice smooth release of the line. The tops of these rods are super sensitive. I mean, you can really feel the fish. I mean, just a little tiny peck on that rod, and you're gonna feel that fish biting. So really, really nice rods. We've got a full line of them into the shop now. These are all our conventionals. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 of these green wrapped all around rods. We've got 4 of our mangrove snapper rods and 2 of the heavy duty grouper, gag grouper, amberjack rods. Plus we've got our new Bull Bay rods, spinning rods over here that we want to show you real quick. These are the new split grip spinning rods that we have. We've got our heavy duty hogfish snook rod, super nice 7-foot rod, perfect for targeting heavy duty big hogfish or mangrove snapper offshore. And then we've got our little lighter 7-foot rod, perfect for fishing for trout or fishing for your average sized hogfish. Nice aluminum Bull Bay rod, reel seat with the split bottom grip. Your heavier rod's got a little bit bigger foregrip on it. Your lighter rod's got a little smaller foregrip. These rods are super light, super strong, super sensitive. Great guides on them. They're coated. They're not going to corrode out on you. They're not going to split and fray your lines. The blinks are guaranteed for life. Really, really excited about these new Bull Bay rods, guys. I had to do it. I had to show you the new toys. I mean, really, really cool Bull Bay custom Hubbard's Marina rods that we got in our shop now. Got a full line of conventional rods. We've even got a jigging rod, and we've got some spinning rods for you guys too. We've got all the reels to match for them too. We've got the Daiwa Saltiga, the Daiwa Saltis, the Shimano Talica, or Shimano Stratic. So a lot of options for you if you want to go out there and get a bad to the bone hogfish rod, or a really nice mangrove snapper rod or grouper rod. I mean, these rods are so sensitive, you could feel your pinfish fart at 200 foot of water. It's crazy how nice those rods are. So great opportunities to get really, really cool fishing tackle at our Hubbard's Marina tackle shop right now. But we're not done yet. We want to show you how the 39 hour's been doing out there. We're catching a lot of nice red grouper right now. We're seeing a lot of mangrove snapper. Mangrove snapper, especially these huge mangrove snapper, big vermilion snapper, yellowtail snapper, porgies, lots of cobia, lots of tuna. Really great opportunity to go out there on that 39-hour fishing trip. We've got a super light load coming up on our 44-hour full moon trip this Friday, February 15th. We've got a really light load on our Tuesday 39-hour, February 19th. February 15th is our 44-hour. February 19th is our 39-hour. That's a Tuesday 39-hour on the 19th. Then we have a Friday 39-hour on February 22nd. So a lot of great opportunities for that 39-hour fishing trip. Lots of big tuna. Again, cobia we're seeing lots of red group, or a decent amount of red grouper. Not a lot of red grouper, but a decent amount of red grouper. Plenty of mangrove snapper, plenty of yellowtail snapper, porgies, Really great time to get offshore right now. Super light loads. This time of year, there's hardly anybody out there on the boat. So if you want to go fishing, definitely join one of our 39-hour or 44-hour trips this February. And if you don't have all weekend to spend out there, guys, you always have that 12-hour extreme option. We've added a special 12-hour extreme this Tuesday because this past Sunday was too rough. This coming up Wednesday is too rough. We run those trips on Wednesday and Sunday typically. So because Sunday and because Wednesday was a little too bumpy because of these cold fronts, we've added a special 12-hour extreme in for this Tuesday. So not tomorrow, but the next day, we have a super light 12-hour extreme, and we're hoping to get enough people go out there. Captain Anthony on his last 12-hour extreme got a dozen of these nice red grouper, plenty of these big mangrove snapper, and some yellowtail and vermilions and porgies, and you even have a shot at some of those cobia and tuna on that 12-hour extreme too. So between the 12-hour extreme, your 39-hour, your 44-hour, those are your really good party boat options, or basically individual style booking trips right now to get out there and get plenty of these style of bigger fish. Or you can always do our private fishing charters. We've got a ton of private fishing charters at Hubbard's Marina. I feel like a lot of times people overlook the fact that we have 4 private charter boats that are custom built to accommodate any size group. We can do whatever you want on the water, whether you want to go public, you want to go on a private charter, you want to build a custom trip for you and your family to go get them. We've got all the options at Hubbard's Marina, so come join us. All right, so let's talk about the weather. Who wants to know what the weather's doing? Again, hubbardsmarina.com. I spend a lot of time and energy on this website, guys. Don't forget here, guys, you have to stay tuned in order to win those free fishing trips. We're giving away a 39-hour, a 10-hour all day for 2 guests, 2 different times. So you have to comment on the video and stay tuned in order to win. But as far as the weather is concerned for this week, guys, you want to go to fishing trips, scroll on down to weather links. On our weather links page at Hubbard's Marina, you'll find all the weather apps and the weather links that I use to check the weather for your trips. And I really like the Wind Finder. I'm kind of partial to Wind Finder. So let's look at the 5 and 10 hour forecast for this week. Now you can see here, I'm going to click super forecast. That's only going to give me the next 3 days and really give me a good breakdown. You can see here today's weather was absolutely perfect. Tomorrow's weather is looking really good too. And then Tuesday, the weather, the seas are still nice, but it's definitely picking up. Now, if you look on the forecast, Wednesday, not so nice Wednesday. So Tuesday is the day before that front. So Tuesday should have really good fishing, especially Tuesday mid-morning to mid-afternoon is going to be really, really good time to get out in the water. So the 5-hour half-day Tuesday, 10-hour all-day Tuesday, or that brand new 12-hour extreme trip we've added in. If you can't go Tuesday, we do have 5-hour half days on tomorrow, Monday, and I've added a special 5-hour half day tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, we have a super light load. Tomorrow morning, we're almost sold out. Tomorrow afternoon has a super light load to go get some of those hogfish while the weather is gorgeous. Look at that sea condition for tomorrow. Literally 1 foot seas tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be flat calm. It's going to be a great opportunity to go get those hogfish tomorrow with us on that super light 5-hour half day. Now, if we go back to, again, hubbardsmarina.com, click fishing trips, then weather links. We're going to look at the long range forecast, that 12 and 39-hour forecast. You can see here that 12-hour extreme trip that we planned for Tuesday is literally having perfect conditions, less than 10 knot winds, less than 2 foot seas. And then look at that. You're going to hit the dock at 5 p.m. on Tuesday on that added 12-hour extreme, and the weather is going to kick up right at 7 p.m. So you're literally going to fish right in front of that incoming front, and there is not better fishing that can be found. And besides that, fishing right ahead of that front. So great opportunity Monday and Tuesday to get out there, get fishing, and take advantage of that great fishing ahead of this front. Now, this time of year is very difficult to forecast or know what's going on more than a few days out. Typically, once you get more than 3 to 4 days out, the weather is just simply a guess. They really don't know, and the weather changes a lot. So you can see here that later in the week, that front's going to come through Tuesday night. It's going to make Wednesday's weather not so good. Almost 6 foot seas in the offshore conditions. Near shore is probably going to be about 3.5, 4 foot. Thursday, it's going to be calming down. Friday, it's calming down more. And then it looks like Saturday, we're going to get another front. So, again, this is too far out to tell. A lot of times this is going to change 2, 3, 4 times before the weekend. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like the best opportunity to go fishing this week is definitely Monday or Tuesday. That's why we've added that special 5-hour half day tomorrow afternoon to give you guys an opportunity to get out there and take advantage of that gorgeous weather we have Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully you get an opportunity to go out there and catch some good eating fish. I mean, remember, those hogfish are biting well, those mangrove snapper, those sheep's head. So a really great opportunity to catch plenty of good eating fish right now on those 5-hour half days and 10-hour all days. And then that 12-hour extreme, great opportunity for mangrove snapper. So we've got a lot of people watching right now, guys. We're pushing over 300 live viewers between Facebook and YouTube tonight. So I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. So I think it's time to give away our first free trip of the night. We're going to give away a 10-hour all day. Then we're going to give away a 39-hour. Then we're going to give away another 10-hour all day. Both 10 hours are going to be for 2 guests. The 39 hours just for 1 guest. But we're giving away a lot of free trips tonight. So first, we're going to give away that 10-hour all day here real quick. And let's see who won. Remember, in order to win these trips, guys, you have to have commented on the video and you have to stay tuned. So Edwin Nunez from West Palm Beach, Florida, you have won a 10-hour all day for 2 guests, buddy. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate you tuning in, Edwin Nunez. So if you're in there, man, if you're watching, shoot me a message to the Hubbard's Marina Facebook page, and we're going to send you that free fishing trip to your house. So I need your name, I need your phone number, and I need your home address, and I'll get that free trip in the mail to you, Edwin. Now, guys, don't get out of here yet, because we still got a lot more free trips to give away. We still got 30 minutes left in the show here, and we still got to answer your fishing questions. So we still got more time left, but I just wanted to make sure you know I wasn't kidding. I'm giving away free trips. All you have to do is comment on the video and stay tuned, guys. So let's talk about fishing. Let's answer your questions. What questions do you have for me, guys? How can I help you catch more fish? Besides, of course, our website having all the weather links you need. So even if you're not fishing with us at Hubbard's Marina, even if you got your own boat, the weather links page is a great option for you. Also on our website under fishing trips, you've got the fishing rules and regulations. We've got the link to download the Fish Rules app, which is the best app out there as far as fishing regulations. Or you could scroll down here and click on that photo link to show you all the Gulf of Mexico federal fishing regulations. So we've got the weather, we've got the fishing regulations, and then also under fishing trips, we've got our past live Q&A shows. You can watch my past Bass Pro Shop seminars on there, and you can hit our fishing tips and tricks page, which also has the regulations on there. And then it has a bunch of videos, including our Salt Strong videos, including how to tie a kingfish rig, how to tie a double snell rig, how to brine your bait, and plenty more great videos. So our website is a great resource to learn a lot about fishing. Even if you're not fishing with us at Hubbard's Marina, even if you got your own boat, you might want to check out the website because there's a lot of cool tools on there for you to use. So let's see who has a question for me, and how can I answer it for you. So Ed Hardy said, do you have any plans to expand the line in the store, including rods and tackle? We do have rods, reels, tackle. We have all your hooks, swivels. We have all your trolling gear. We have all your vertical jigs. We have a huge line of rods, reels, tackle for our small shop. We're not Bass Pro Shops. We're not Dogfish Tackle. We don't have everything under the sun, but we have all the necessities for you to come out fishing with us. We've got all the tackle that you might need to go out in our boats and be successful. And we've got a good amount of tackle for you to come out to John's Pass and be successful fishing on the jetty or fishing from the bridge as well. We're kind of your last stop tackle shop. We're kind of here to make sure that you guys have everything you need, and we have that really specialty high-end gear to make sure you're really set up, like those custom bull bay rods. But we don't have a lot of space in our tackle shop, so we're never going to have a ton of inventory in there. But we have what I use and what I recommend, and then what we don't have, Dogfish Tackles, just a short ride down the road. And they're great guys over there at Dogfish. They'll take good care of you. And you can always meet me at Bass Pro Shops. I've got a Bass Pro Shop seminar coming up this Saturday, February 16th at 2 p.m. Shameless plug if you didn't recognize that. And I'm going to give away a free 10-hour all day and a free 5-hour half day, both of those trips for 2 guests at our Bass Pro Shops seminar this Saturday. So if you don't win tonight, you can come out to Bass Pro Shops and win there. But you can come out to Bass Pro Shops and I can show you around there and show you what rods, reels, and tackle I recommend in the Bass Pro Shops as well. So whatever you want to do, I can help you get set up and get your right tackle for your fishing needs. But again, relating back to our website, if you're going fishing with us, you can click fishing trips and say you want to go on a 10-hour all day. You can click the name of the trip you want to go out on. And I have huge amounts of information, including a huge tackle selection page or tackle suggestion paragraphs there to explain in detail what we recommend for each one of these trips. All this information is just for our 10-hour all day. We've got videos to show you what you're going to catch and more about the trip. And each one of our pages, each one of our fishing trips has detailed explanations like that and plenty of videos. Our 39-hour page has a 25-minute long video to tell you everything you need to know about that 39-hour trip. So we really put a ton of information on our website. So where you want to know how to park, all that kind of stuff. We have a video. One gentleman, Bob here, asked, where do I park? Well, when you book a trip with us, you get a confirmation email. And let's see, where do I park? Hubbard's Marina. You get a confirmation email when you book, and videos like this, where do I park for Hubbard's Marina trips, are right there in your confirmation email. So we have detailed explanations on our website and our confirmation emails, and we send you a reminder email to remind you about your trip, and we send you a thank you email after you come out with us to thank you for coming out with us. So there's a lot of really, really helpful information. If you haven't been out with us before, definitely recommend checking out that booking process, and hopefully it'll be nice and smooth for you, because I spend a lot of time and energy trying to make sure that you have an easy, smooth experience when you come out with us. But to answer your question, Bob, you want to park in that parking garage across the street from our office. Whenever you come out dolphin watching or on our free beer and wine sunset cruise, or you rent a kayak or paddleboard, or you go fishing, you get $5 all day parking in that parking garage. If you're on our long range trips, that's multiple days, then you have $5 per day parking. So a 39-hour trip, you're there for 2 nights, it's $10 for the entire 39 hours instead of the $2 per hour that the garage normally charges. So really good discount on parking there, but you do want to park inside that garage to answer your question. Let's see what other questions we have here. Christina Fernandez said, save me some naked ball jigs, 1 ounces. I will pick them up Tuesday morning. Christina, we are actually ordering some more naked ball jigs. We definitely have plenty for you, though. I'll make sure I set some aside for you so you can catch another hogfish limit on your Tuesday 10-hour all day with us. Joy Ray Davis said, my truck won't fit in the garage. Neither will mine. It's awesome. If you don't fit inside the garage, there's a little shell parking lot right next to her, or right literally adjacent to the garage. You park in there. You tell the girls when you checked in, hey, my truck didn't fit in the garage. We take your $5 parking fee and we give it to the garage when they open up so they don't tow you. The garage isn't as nice as we are. We don't control parking. All we do is point it out to you and make sure you're parked correctly so you don't get ticketed or towed. But we'll work with you if you don't fit in the garage. We'll be happy to help you out. Kyle Hopwood said, why isn't hogfish on the Friendly Fisherman's menu? Hogfish are a very difficult fish to have on your menu. Hogfish have a very delicate meat. Hogfish cannot be commercially harvested via hook and line. The only way to commercially harvest hogfish is through spearfishing, and a lot of times those fish have to be cooked within a few days, and those spearfishing trips are day trips, so they're burning more fuel. Their costs are higher, and because they're fresh caught fish, they've only been on the boat a few hours, they charge more. So your cost per plate on a hogfish is insane. Literally, I was down at the fish market that they have, Don's Dock, which is on the east end of the Johns Pass Village Boardwalk. They sell whole fish. So if you don't want to come out with us, if you don't have time to come out with us, you just want the end product, you want to buy a whole fish, or you want to buy filleted fish, you can't buy it from us. The fish we catch on our boats are recreationally caught fish. They can't be sold in any fashion. But you can go down to Don's Dock and you can buy fish from them. I saw them sell a 9-pound hogfish for $99. That's real. It's crazy expensive hogfish meat, and that's a basically wholesale seafood market. That was a whole unfilleted fish, $99 for a 9-pound hogfish. So if you want to buy it filleted, prepared, and cooked in a restaurant, it's not going to be cheap. And that's why they don't serve them at every restaurant. A, because there's not a big supply, because they have to be spearfished. That's the only way to commercially harvest them. And B, they're just so expensive. A lot of restaurants just won't carry them. Let's see here what other questions we have. Question about cameras. Yes, on our 10-hour trips and longer, you cannot bring any electronic device with GPS. So no smartphone, computer, iPad, Kindle, nothing with GPS on 10-hour trips or longer. We do provide GoPros. We just got 4 GoPros here at Hubbard's Marina. I bought GoPro Hero 7 Blacks. That's how we got that hogfish video I showed a minute ago. That hogfish photo, or that hogfish video, was filmed on our GoPro Hero 7 Blacks and then edited for you. So we're actually putting GoPros on the trip. You can use my GoPro. You can take all the photos and videos you want with it. We'll upload it. We'll edit it. And we'll email it to you after your trip absolutely free. So there's no reason to have your phone on the boat. You can't call, tweet, text, go on Facebook offshore. We'll take all your photos and videos for you absolutely free. We'll show them here on our live show. We'll make you famous, and we'll send them to you absolutely free. So there's no reason to have a phone or anything like that on the boat. We do allow you to bring your own digital cameras and your own GoPros, but we'd rather just let you use our GoPros. We just got 4 brand new GoPros just for that reason. We want to make sure your job is easy. You don't need to do anything. We'll have GoPros for you. You can use them all you want, and we'll edit it and send it to you absolutely free. But you can bring your own GoPro if you must, but I have to get the footage as you leave, so I want to add it to our library, and I want to make videos with it too. So if you're fine with me taking the footage off your GoPro at the end of the day, we'll allow it. I'm just kidding. You can use a GoPro if you want, but I'm still going to ask you for your video. Let's see here. What other questions do we have here? Don't forget, guys, if you want to win that free 39-hour trip, if you want to win that last 10-hour all day for 2 guests, you do have to comment on the video and you do have to stay tuned. Let's see what other questions we have. Chris Whitcomb said, does high-vis line have any effect on bites? I would say yes. I would say it definitely has an effect on line. In my personal opinion, I always use a top shot on my braid because I don't want them to see my dark green or camouflage colored braid. I would definitely personally not use high vis line all the way down to my swivel. I know some people I fish with, the guy who has a little bit trouble seeing, so he uses high vis line to make it a little easier to see the line in the water and to keep track of his line on the boat. And when he gets in a tangle, it's a lot easier, if he was to get in a tangle, to see his line. But he uses a long top shot to make sure that where that fish is, where that bait is on the bottom, the high vis line is nowhere near it. So as long as you're using a top shot and you're making sure that high vis line doesn't go all the way to the bottom, you could probably get away with it. But to me, I wouldn't use high vis line on my fishing reels. I like using that dark green Power Pro or that spider wire deep water camo, that blue, black, white braided line. That's one of my favorites. But I always use top shot. Then when I'm amberjack digging or I'm fishing for big gags with one of my big reels, I just use straight mono. The only time I use braid is when I'm snapper fishing, when I'm deep dropping, when I'm vertical jigging, or when I'm trolling. And then I always use a top shot with it. Same with hog fishing. I'll use braided line in the back of my spinning reel, but I'll use a nice long top shot for those spinning or for those hog fish to make sure they don't see my braid. So yes, hog or high vis line probably wouldn't hurt the bite as long as you use a top shot. If you didn't use a top shot, you put that high vis line all the way to the swivel. In my opinion, it's definitely going to affect the bite, especially this time of year. The water is super clear out there. There's a lot of people fishing. There's so many people out in the water. The water's flat calm right now, and they're getting a lot of pressure. And with that added pressure, those fish get a little picky. They get a little bit more leader shy, so high vis line in that situation probably isn't the best idea. But who knows? You might find something new. I don't know. Let's see here. Jason Aldridge said, "I'm looking to go on a snapper trip. When is the best month and or time of year? Mangrove snapper, yellowtail mutton, etc." I get that question a lot. When is the best time of year for this? When is the best time of year for that? It really just breaks down to one thing and one thing alone. If you go to fishing trips and go to fishing rules and regulations, this fishing regulations page, guys, is going to dictate when you're going fishing. If you want to catch red snapper, there's only 2-month period where you can catch red snapper in June and July. If you want to catch, for example, if you want to catch gag grouper, there's only a certain time where you can catch gag grouper, June through December. If you want to catch triggerfish, there's only a certain time of year you can catch triggerfish, basically March, April, and May. So really the fishing seasons are going to dictate when the best time of year is to catch certain fish if you want to harvest a specific species. If you want to harvest a specific complex, like Jason Aldridge just said he wants to harvest mainly snapper, the best time typically for snapper is in the summertime, anywhere April, May until September, August, September, that warmer month period. But right now is some of the best snapper fishing I've seen in the month of January and February that I've seen in a really long time. We're calling it the year of the mangrove snapper at Hubbard's Marina right now. So definitely crazy mangrove snapper bite since really the beginning of the year. And it kind of slacked off a little bit on the mangroves the last week and a half or so. But in the month of January, we're catching monster mangroves right near shore. So if that momentum keeps up, this summer's mangrove snapper bite should be incredible. But typically, to answer your question, Jason, the best time of year for mangrove snapper, yellowtail snapper, and a chance for mutton would definitely be that summertime period when red snapper are open. Gag grouper bite best in months ending in ER, except for really September. So October, November, December are the best times for gag grouper. Hogfish I mentioned earlier, anytime October, November until about April, May. Red grouper, spring and summer is a great time for those. Cobia, great time of year is right now, all the way through spring, and then again in fall. Kingfish, March, or really spring and fall on kingfish, kind of depends on the wet water temperature. So when people ask when is the best time to go fishing, you really need to include what species of fish you want to catch, like Jason Aldridge did there, because it really comes down to what kind of fish do you want to catch. That's going to dictate when is the best time to go, because of fishing seasons, and then because of the differentials between different times of year, different kinds of fish. Don't forget to like and share this post, guys, for me. Please like the video. We've got over, holy moly, we've got 340 people watching live right now. That's crazy. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to give away more free trips here in a second. Remember to stay tuned. But again, we've got 300 people watching live, and the video only has 180 likes. So make sure you like the video for me on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it, guys. And don't forget to stay tuned. We're giving away a 39-hour fishing trip tonight, guys. So you have to stay tuned. When we call your name, give me a shout. Let's see here. We talked about the weather. We talked about what we're catching on our 5 and 10 hours. We talked about our last 39-hour. We talked about our super light 44-hour full moon and our 39 hours coming up, and our special Tuesday 12-hour extreme that we've added. We talked about inshore and nearshore. Oh, fishing regulations. We just came back from the National Marine Fisheries meeting. We have the FWC Commission meeting coming up February 20th and 21st. Hopefully some of you guys are going to come out and join us for that FWC Commission meeting February 20th and 21st. That'll be a great time. That's in Gainesville if you want to join me, talk about fishing up there to the FWC Commission meeting. Let's see here. What other questions do we have? All right, I cannot see another question here, guys. Remember, if you asked your question a while ago, I only see the last maybe 80 comments. We've got 950 comments on this video right now on Facebook. So if you asked your question earlier, it might have slid away. Michelle Redfriend said, are you hiring deckhands? We're not hiring deckhands right now. Very highly contested position. We are possibly hiring for our galley cook positions. We were looking for some office reservationists. We were looking for some beach dock master people, beach rentals and dock master people. We're pretty well staffed as we come into spring here. We're really starting to pick up right now. So we try to staff in January and February for the year. But typically we're really, really blessed. Our deckhands, we've got some deckhands that have been over there 15 plus years. I've got 2 deckhands that have been there more than a dozen years. We've got one of our deckhands, most of our deckhands that I grew up with are now either running boats or just totally running the operation, basically, like Dusty Peterson, Smokey, Joe Drew, Anthony Belmonte. A lot of those guys became captains, are just total bad to the bone guys. So we're really blessed with a great team in the office, in the Bay Area, on the boats. Captain Brian just keeps everything running. We have a really good team. Long story short, we have a great team. We're not actively hiring right now for the deckhand or captain positions, but we're always accepting qualified applicants. So let's see what other questions we have here. Lee said, Dusty is the man. I would agree. Again, all of our crew is really, really great. I enjoy fishing and hanging out with all of them. Gary Jones said, how far is a nautical mile? It's like 1.2 something regular miles, Gary Jones. So if you're going 14 knots, you're going like 16, 17 miles an hour. If you're going 33 knots, you're going like 40 miles an hour. So nautical miles are a little longer than regular miles. Kyle Hopwood said, Seabass still a deckhand? Yes, Seabass is a first mate working on becoming a senior first mate. Will McClure, he's still around. We couldn't get rid of Will. He's one of those guys that have been over here. Will's been like 14 plus years. Dusty's like 16 plus years. Smokey's like 1,000. A lot of those guys have been working a long time and they do a great job. Let's see what other questions we have here. Stephanie Williams asked about 63-hour trips. We don't have any 63-hour trips scheduled right now, unfortunately, just because of scheduling conflicts and the great demand for our 39 and 44-hour trips. And those 63 hours really needed like perfect weather, and unfortunately, perfect weather is few and far between, especially the time of year where we offer those 63 hours, and those 63 hours are great. Those spring and fall, the perfect weather is a little bit harder that time of year. So we're not building 63-hour trips into our schedule for 2019. We have a lot of people doing deep drop 15 hours, 18 hours on the Flying Hub 1. You can always schedule a private 63-hour. You can always schedule a private deep drop 15-hour on the Flying Hub 1, or a private deep drop 18-hour on the Flying Hub 1. If you want to go deep drop fishing, we can definitely do it. We've got all the rods and reels to supply for you if you do the private charter option. And then we might do some 63-hour trips next year, but unfortunately we just haven't had the demand for that 63-hour. We've had to cancel a lot of them due to weather, and we are really good at our 39 and 44-hour trips, and we have built quite the demand for them. The 63-hour trips, we take 8, 10, 12 people out, and if it was bumpy at all, we couldn't go. So we'd much rather focus on taking 20, 25, 30 people out on a 39-hour trip and just fill up the back deck with all those fish that we've been catching. So not offering the 63-hour trip this year, but you can book one if you want to do a private charter style one, or you can do the deep drop trips on the Flying Hub 1. So always that option there. Let's see here. What other question? Robert Hagwood. Sorry, Robert, if I'm butchering your name there. Said, how was the ride on the Flying Hub? Well, we have two different Flying Hub 1s, or Flying Hubs. If you go to the private charters, you can click Flying Hub 2. I'm going to right click it and open it in a new tab, and I'm going to open the Flying Hub 1. So we have the Flying Hub 2. This is our Go Fast catamaran, hydrofoil assisted catamaran. Let me correct myself there. This is our 12-hour extreme boat. This thing can take anywhere up to 16 people to 100 miles. This can take 20 people out to 20 miles. This boat runs at an average of 30 to 33 knots depending on weather, which is anywhere from about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So this is a fast moving boat with a lot of people on it. So it is a bad to the bone fishing machine. It runs our 12-hour extreme trips on Wednesday and Sunday, and then it runs private fishing charters the rest of the week. You could book 5, 6, 8, 10, 12-hour trips for private charters, or you could hop on that 12-hour extreme trip, which is basically a 12-hour split charter on that Flying Hub 2. Now the Flying Hub 1 is our other Flying Hub. This is our deep drop boat. This boat can run 150 miles round trip on one tank of gasoline, really 200 miles round trip on one tank of diesel fuel, not gasoline. I said that wrong. It's got twin Yanmars in it. It's a racing motors. This thing is a bad to the bone fishing magician for sure. This whole area up here is a fish box. It is a go fast boat. It is a fair weather boat. Unfortunately, if it's bumpy at all, this boat cannot run. This needs 2-foot seas or less, preferably. Really 1-foot seas or less to get out there. I mean, you're going 120 miles offshore. You don't want any kind of bumpy conditions at all, for sure. So that is a bad to the bone fishing machine for deep drop trips, but it really is weather dependent. So when you book a deep drop, you really want to set aside 3 or 4 days, so that way you can say plan the trip for a Monday, but you also have Friday as a set aside, because if Monday's bumpy at all, you can switch it over to Friday. So it is a great boat. I mean, there is nothing better than that boat as far as range and efficiency in our fleet. It goes further, faster than any boat we have. The Flying Hub 2 is a great boat. It just doesn't have that range because of how big and how stable and how wide it is. This boat can run in rougher conditions. It doesn't run efficiently though. Anything more than about 3.5 foot, it's no go for this boat, just because it doesn't run efficiently. It really starts to bog down. It rides on a wing above the water, so when it's real bumpy, it falls off its wing and it just burns a ton of fuel, and it doesn't run efficiently. So it can run in a little bit more bumpy conditions than the Flying Hub 1, but we still don't make a habit of that. Great boats though. So the Flying Hub 1, Flying Hub 2, to answer your question, they run about 33 knots or about 40 miles an hour on average, with the Flying Hub 1 being the more efficient, longer range vessel. But they're both great boats. I really enjoy fishing both of them. I've ran the Flying Hub 1 and the Flying Hub 2. The Flying Hub 2 definitely has the bells and whistles, and it's definitely a little bit more unique because of that hydrofoil assisted catamaran aspect that it has. But the Flying Hub 1 will get you all the way out there to touch those fish that most people don't get to see in their lifetime. So really cool boats either way you slice it. And I think it's time to give away one of those 39-hour fishing trips. So who's ready to win a 39-hour trip? Let's see a show of hands over here, guys. Oh, man. All right, so we have a 350 live viewers right now, and one of you guys is going to get a chance to win a free 39-hour trip. So hopefully you've commented on the page, and hopefully you stayed tuned to see, oops, pressed wrong button. Oh, that was a failure. All right, let's see if we can do this again. That was funny. I'm tired. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. Got 5 hours of sleep last night. I need to go to bed. Gotta be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. But I love you guys. I love hanging out with y'all. I just keep telling myself that. I'm just messing. All right, so let me get this back up for you guys. Let's see who's going to win that 39-hour fishing trip. Sorry for the delay. Just wanted to build anticipation. This was all a trick. You guys fell for it. All right, let's see who won. Oh, man. All right. Come on. I'm going to get it here in a minute. We're all going to be asleep by the time I do, but here we go. All right. All right, who won? Who won? 39-hour fishing trip. Rolling the dice right now. Joe from Fort Lauderdale won a 39-hour fishing trip. He's been watching the show since the beginning, the real beginning, since before I had all this fancy stuff behind me. So that's pretty cool. Joe just won a 39-hour fishing trip. And speaking of Joe, he was actually on the Flying Hub 1 for one of those deep drop trips. And the weather went bad on us. So I'm glad Joe is able to experience a 39-hour trip on the big boat. And he's texting me already. So, Joe, happy free 39-hour trip. That's pretty awesome there. So, pretty cool to see one of our longtime live show guests win that 39-hour trip. Now, we still got a 10-hour all-day trip to give away. So, let's see who won a 10-hour all-day trip with us at Hubbard's Marina. Now, guys, if you don't win, we still have next weekend, Saturday, February 16th. We've got the Bass Pro Shop seminar coming up this Saturday, February 16th. We're going to be giving away a 10-hour all day for 2 and a 5-hour half day for 2. So if you don't win the 10-hour all day I'm about to give away for 2 people, you can come out to Bass Pro Shops this Saturday, February 16th at 2:30 p.m. I forgot Bass Pro Shops changed my time on me a little bit there. So 2:30 p.m. this Saturday, or you can join me again this coming Sunday for another live stream show. I think we're gonna have to give away another 39-hour trip. Joe, he's been around forever. Someone else has to win next week. So we're going to give away another 39-hour trip next week. We're going to give away another 10-hour all day for 2. So come join us next Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. for another live stream show, or join us at Bass Pro Shops this Saturday for another live stream show. And let's see who won the last 10-hour all day for 2. And who wants to catch some hogfish? Tomorrow afternoon, we have tons of room on that 5-hour half day tomorrow afternoon. We've got the 12-hour extreme on Tuesday, tons of room on that. 10-hour all day Tuesday, 5-hour half day Tuesday. Remember that weather's going to go bad Wednesday, so you definitely want to get out here Tuesday with us before that weather goes bad. So you might want to join us for some fishing here Monday or Tuesday. And again, we got a super light load on tomorrow's half day fishing trip. But let's see who won. Travis Gallagher from Maine got a 10-hour all day for 2 people. So there you go. We're going to throw away another 10-hour all day for someone on YouTube. Let's see here. Someone on YouTube. We're going to scroll back up here. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, there's a random comment picker. There it is. BT Game on YouTube is going to win a 10-hour all day for 2. So we gave away 3 10-hour all days for 2. We gave away, oops, I never changed it back to webcam. We gave away 3 10-hour all days for 2. We gave away a 39-hour fishing trip. We had 350 live viewers tonight, guys. So really appreciate y'all tuning in. And I really appreciate you guys enjoying our show. Hopefully you had a great time with us tonight. Tune in next week, 8:30 p.m. for more live stream shows. Tune in or come join us at Bass Pro Shops this coming Saturday at 2:30 p.m. for that in-person live seminar. And hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Hopefully you guys who won, shoot me a message. I need your name, phone number, and home address. I'll send you out those free gift certificates to come fishing absolutely free with us at Hubbard's Marina. We'll see you next week. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy. Happy Sunday.